Y'all know summer's around the corner, so
Let's talk
I'm about to
about your
predict some
parents'
fashion
hairstyles
trends
for
that's like
2024.
about
Every
to go
single year we
crazy
come
this
across
summer.
new
Let's get
different
it.
So trends. Now this is a topic we all love to talk about on YouTube, and for good reason too. Now I think regardless of how much people like to come on here and stand on their high horses about how much more refined and exquisite their tastes are now that they're not interested in what the mass mainstream are into, right? I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm still a demon, a fiend for these trends, right? I love to see what the big fashion hive mind is kind of just churning out and, you know, coming back in with. I love to just see what's trendy nowadays, guys. So in 2024, what are the trends that have actually died for this year though, right? That's a big topic I love to see because, you know, negativity sells, you know? Instead of talking about the trends that are going to take off, I know you motherfuckers want to know which trends have died so we can get onto our roasting. So let's get into it. Now, first up, I'm going to say Tim's. Relax. Calm down, okay? Calm down. I'm not gonna say this one has completely died, but we can definitely say there's been a decline in 2024, okay? And while I do know Tim's have always been popular in New York, it came to a point last year where you were seeing this in like cities that knew nothing about. Like, all I can say is last year, right? And I think we can all agree with this point, Tim's became the literal uniform for fashion niggas, man. Like, this shit became synonymous with being a fashion nigga, bro. And to be honest, I do think this was more of an internet, like, influencer trend because, again, outside of New York, you really didn't see this in your day-to-day life, your general locality, right? Because especially, and this will be a further point for the end of the video, right? But a lot of these trends we see, guys, like some of this shit is strictly just happening on the internet, man. Like if you go outside into like your local groceries or your local gyms or whatever, niggas will not be wearing half of this shit, right? Except those really obnoxious fashion niggas, right? But if you compare this to a movement like, let's say the Adidas Sambas, right? Where this really became a global thing, like everyone was wearing these, right? Still wearing these, right? Still wearing these bitches, right? Tim's are probably strictly like an online internet influencer type thing. Next on the list of trends to die in 2024 has to be Opium Core. I mean, not even Cardi's wearing this shit anymore. And I think mostly due to the whole constant memes and kind of roasting that people would do with kind of Opium Core and this whole Cardi fashion in general. And just the lack of practicality with a lot of these outfits, right? Because when you're kind of styling yourself in this Opium Core, it really kind of gave off more of a costume, really kind of like out there kind of aesthetic, right? Which I think contributed to the short lifespan of this trend because when the outfits aren't as practical in day-to-day life, like it's gonna be very hard for the masses or even that community to kind of keep adopting it because it's like, nigga, I'm not gonna be wearing this when I'm going out shopping, like going to the library or some shit. Like that really kills the kind of momentum these trends have when you really have to be dressing outside of your expected norm to maintain the style, you know? I guess this was kind of the appeal that kind of made it take off in the first place, but you just be looking so out of place in like any normal interactions or any kind of situations out there.
Oh yeah, here's the one I told you about.
Now the next trend that died in 2024 is gonna be racer jackets. And I'm actually kind of glad this one died. I'll keep it real, I'm actually kind of glad this one died because now it's time for me to hop on this trend, you know? And not to say that I love being contrarian and I love going for things people ain't wearing, but I just love being contrarian and I love going for things people ain't wearing. But you know, even though I say that, guys, like there's nothing wrong with being into trends and keeping up with what's happening in the fashion space and kind of like exploring different niches and stuff. Because to be honest, that's kind of the fun thing about fashion, you know, like all of that stuff is what keeps you engaged and passionate about fashion. That's exactly why I've made this whole mini course bundle for you guys. I'm so excited to show you guys. I've done like exclusive video for you guys, like some in-depth cheat sheet, like a resource list of like affordable brands. Because some of you guys be asking me like, what can I buy? Where should I buy shit? So I just thought, let me bundle together like a whole entire resource mini course for you guys, just to really teach you guys kind of just, you know, a lot of stuff that I know. I put down a link in the description, completely free. Like I just want you guys to kind of look on, give me some feedback. I'm gonna keep updating it throughout the course of the year, right? I'm gonna add as much as I can to it and kind of just give you guys like a one-stop shop resource for everything kind of fashion orientated. The next thing I'm seeing in 2024 is a fucking shift away from this old money bullshit, bro. Like I think we're all sick of this, right? We've all been on YouTube, we've all been scrolling down and seen those dumbass reels, dumbass shorts, about how to dress more luxury, how to look old money. I think we're all... Now, old money was a trend that I actually predicted in my 2024 prediction video, whatever. I actually predicted this trend to die in 2024. So, was I correct? And the answer to that is kinda. So what I will say is the generic cookie cutter interpretation of old money has died in 2024. And by that, I mean the whole button up shirt with the relaxed slacks or tailored trousers with some like Birkenstocks or some shit. And oh yeah, niggas would undo like 2-3 of the buttons right to show off the chest. Like dude, this was the creme de la creme of old money outfits 2023. You niggas love this shit, bro. You guys were eating this shit up like no tomorrow. I'm so glad this is kind of dead. But what I will say, even though that has kind of died, old money, the whole advent of old money, quiet luxury, that whole type of styling, what I will say here, this will be a very nuanced take, right? That hasn't necessarily died, but it's more transmuted now into the whole design language people are going into 2024 with, because people are now loving the whole idea of minimalist styling with like clean cut premium fabrics and premium pieces. But what I will say when I say old money has died is the whole kind of obnoxious ideology about kind of promoting classism and this whole concept of maximalism is dead and maximalism sucks. Like that's what I think has died. You know, the whole TikTok, social media influence about people pushing it in your face, that's kind of died. But what old money has brought about has been this clean, minimalist styling and kind of this love and appreciation for traditional menswear pieces. People are finally getting back to loafers, getting back to button-ups, getting back to trousers. Like that's what I love that old money has brought. But I just hate the whole obnoxious kind of like, oh yeah, old money, look at me guys, I look like I hated that. So I'm glad that's gone, but I do appreciate what it has brought to fashion space in general. Now, the next trend that has died in 2024 is going to be neutral colors. And this was already kind of happening towards the end of 2023, but it's becoming way more apparent now in 2024 that people are really wanting colors back. We're getting sick of those gray hues, those beiges. Like we are done with them shits, bitch. We want some color now. Individuality is becoming more and more celebrated in 2024. And you can even see the way our generation's moving away from this old kind of thinking and really wanting to dress to stand out. Like people are really wanting to avoid kind of looking like the masses, NPCs, all this kind of generic cookie cutter looks. And people really want to just stand out and be bold with their looks, bold with their outfits, bold with their self-expression. We're becoming a lot more unique and a lot more values being put on individuality, which is so amazing to see. And not to say that, you know, monochromatic looks, gray, neutrals, all that stuff is necessarily going to be dead per se, because it kind of is a bit of a clickbait title, right? Like all I want to really emphasize here is that colors are coming back and neutrals are just taking a backseat, you know? Neutrals are just taking a backseat. They're still going to be a staple of everyone's wardrobe, but at least in terms of like fashion forward movements and people's wardrobes, people are going to more prefer the colors. That's what I'm trying to say. They're going to more prefer the colors. And yeah, that's going to be a video, guys. I didn't want to do too many trends here. I wanted to kind of do like a quick little video and maybe open it up to part 2. But yeah, you guys peep how I did the summers and the thumbnail? That's good clickbait, isn't it, guys? Good clickbait. But yeah, we're learning, guys. We're learning. But yeah, I have my mini course bundle in the description, guys. I put a lot of work into that. I really did like a lot of hours into that to kind of help you guys and give me some feedback, guys. Like, let me know what you guys think about it. I'll have the download link in the description, but that's going to be about it, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys next video.